Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Alright, so last time we officially defeated the Fiend of the Earth, the Lich. We put the orb on the altar and it regained its luster there, so there we go. And with that, and what we know of the prophecy of the Light Warriors, I think it might be safe to say that we are going to be bearing that mantle, that responsibility, so... We did hear tale of a sage in Canaria, even, about the Light Warriors, and, yeah, I think somebody said he went off somewhere. I think maybe it was Crescent Lake, but we didn't see anybody there that might have resembled a sage, or maybe we just didn't see anything. I don't know, maybe we should, well, we're going to be heading back to Canaria this episode anyway, so maybe we'll, get a refresher when we're there, but... Because, yeah, our supplies are rather dwindled from the trek through the Earth Cave and the Lich there, so yeah, good idea to restock. Alright. Alright, let's get back to town. So on top of item restock, we have regained some of our former wealth. I think it's time we bought some more stuff now. Alright, so for Melman, what do we have as far as equipment goes? What needs to be sold? So the Great Axe and Wooden Staff can go. And the extra silver shield as well, since nobody else can use it right now, so yeah. Alright, so our first stop is actually going to be the White Magic Shop. Now this is going to come in with a bit of a disclaimer, because I realized when I was recording this episode that I actually, when I was preparing for this episode, that I made a boo-boo with our last trip to Provoca. I was actually not supposed to get the anti-lightning spell for Luke, because I wanted to get him the slow spell. Fortunately, there's an alternative. So first off, actually, let's get John the life spell. Ever so important. There we go. And for Luke, I'm actually going to... I would like to get him the Cure 3 spell, but since I forgot about the slow spell in Provoca there, I'm going to hold off on that for now. So, yeah. Something else is going to be taking its place for the time being. And that is... How are you? No, he does not. He helped us. We want to get, yeah, we got Luke the slow 2 spell here for 8 grand. There we go. So yeah, we'll have to come back out this way to get back to Crescent Lake, so if we've got the money after we're done all the rest of the shopping, then we'll pick up Cure 3 as well, but definitely slow 2 is the way to go for here, so yeah. Alright, let's head back into the Aldic and restock on items and make a few more purchases as well. Yeah, I think... You know what? I think I'll come to Canaria last. Let's head down to Elflin first. Alright, a little too far east, but, you know, last minute detour. Alright. For Elfland. How's it going? Maybe we can get some more information while we're here. Nope, still celebrating the Prince's Awakening, so yeah. No, not Black Magic. We want the level 3 White Magic Shop. Alright, and then the White Magic Shop, we want to get Cure 2 for Luke. And we want to get the heal spell for John. There we go. And they should be all fitted out as far as the level 3s go. Yep. Alright. Next stop is the level 4 Black Magic Shop. Say anything new? Nope. Still going on about the silver armor, silver equipment. Somebody want to give this guy the good news? Yeesh. Alright, so for this level 4 we want Luke, and we want to give him the fast spell, finally. There we go. Dare I say, the best spell in the game. Well, at least it will be for us, I think. But anyways. Alright, we're at the item shop here. What do we need as far as items go? I think I'll get the, get the softs. I actually want to pick up a house as well, so I'll pick up the softs, the house, and I'll probably get the pures as well. And then I'll worry about the tents and heals once we get back to Canaria. So 2 soft, 2 pures, and a house. All right. And the house. Perfect. Alright. And that just leaves... Legend says an airship is buried somewhere. That could be useful. Well, it's probably decrepit, but, you know. Alright. We're done in Elfland for now, I think. So let's head back to Canaria. See if we can't get any more information about Lucan, the prophet. Alright, we made it. How's everybody doing? Still got the greeter there. Let's wash your face, why not? It's right there. She's still doing her thing. Yeah, let's take care of our equipment here. Great axe and wooden staff. What you, sir? Still going on about the orbs. And let's sell the extra silver shield. Latoya, yep, she can see again. That's you. Lucan left this town to join his colleagues at Crescent Lake. Alright, so it sounds like there should be multiple prophets then. Fairly certain we didn't see anybody like that in Crescent Lake. Maybe it's worth another look. Maybe somebody there can give us a hint about where they might be. Alright, so get a couple of tents and then, yeah, a couple of tents and get our heals up to 95 again, and I guess, yeah, let's do that. Alright, and we're all restocked. Awesome. We got all our spells that we want to have, well, except for that slow spell in level 2 for Luke, but we made adjustments as necessary. Alright, let's rest up at the inn, I guess, and start making our way towards Crescent Lake. And I do have the money, so I'll stop off at Melmond again to get Cure 3. At this point, it's very much an optional purchase, though, so, yeah. But a useful optional purchase, if you do. Could be a lifesaver. Alright. Alright, look. Cure 3 it is. Awesome. And it's off to Crescent Lake. If those wolves will ever let me. This is actually an interesting thing about this game that I didn't think of until I was actually preparing for this episode. I actually remembered it for once. It has to do with how the poison status works on the world map. And that is, the poison damage you get from taking a step with every step you take while someone's poisoned, that damage does not apply to any time you're in the ship at all. Anytime you're on the water. So, yeah, if you happen to be poisoned at sea, you really don't need to worry about taking it off until you get onto dry land. So, yeah, just thought I'd bring that up because it's an interesting tidbit I've learned over the years, so, yeah. Alright, so here we are again. Just ran into 2 trolls and 2 bulls there, so yeah, used the Fire 2 spell to help get through that a bit quicker. Used a ruse on John as well, just in case. They had it in for him at that fight. Anyways, let's get him out of danger. Out of the danger zone. Look, and that's about it. Alright. Let's make our way around the lake. Wow, we got a huge group of cobras and scorpions there. Use the Ice 2 spell to help get us through that one. Let's get everybody back. Sorted out. Did anybody need to be healed? I don't think anybody did. Oh, Luke does. We're almost there, but... Oh, probably use another one. Used a ruse spell in that battle as well, just to keep John safe as much as possible. Alright, let's go. And here we are. Back in Crescent Lake. Alright, let's see if we can't find Lucon and his comrades. Well, I appreciate the support, but we could really use some information here. He's still sleeping. Maybe it's a daily occurrence there. Just goes off to think and just loses all track of time. Just passes out. Oh! Didn't even notice this path before. Well, they definitely look wise. We, the 12 sages, were led here by the stars and prophecy. Once the orbs shined with the power of earth, wind, fire, and water, the four fiends seized those powers. Earth, wind, fire, and water, the world is bound by these four powers. Each element's power focuses at its altar. Locate and crush the fiend, then to make it shine, place the orb on the altar it guarded. Four fiends are bent on the world's destruction. 200 years ago, the fiend of wind teamed with that of the water to destroy civilization. I can only imagine the chaos that wreaked. The earth fiend causes the rot of our land, and fortunately, we should not have to worry about that any longer. The fire fiend will burn everything up. Alright. As you restore light to the orbs, we will reveal more secrets. Please see us repeatedly. Alright. Try to keep that in mind. Light warriors, only you can make the orbs shine again. Quickly, before all is burnt, hurry to Gurgu Volcano and stop the fiend of fire. Alright, I think that might be our direction of where to go, and great job vanquishing the earth fiend. Now the fire fiend wakes. With this canoe, go to the volcano and defeat that fiend as well. Alright, and with that, we gained a canoe. Oop. Okay, I guess it doesn't show up in here. I am Lucon. Now all legends and prophecy will be fulfilled. Our path has been decided, and there is Lucon himself. Back with his colleagues in this 12 Circle of Sages. Circle of 12 sages. Tomato, tomato? Maybe. Alright, so the 12 sages have given us direction to go after the fire fiend. How's our money? Yeah, not even close to being able to afford a level 6 spell there, but I think we're pretty far away from it. Actually, I think John gets his first level 6 spell charge at level 16, so John's actually not too far away. Luke, however, will have to wait a bit longer. He's still waiting on his level 5, so yeah. I think he gets level 5 at level 15, I believe, so yeah. Alright, so we've gotten direction of where to go next. We found Lucon, so we know it's glad to know that he's all safe and sound as well as his comrades. And yeah, so before we take him up on that, when we get the canoe, things open up pretty significantly. How many pures did I use? Just one? Alright, let's restock. I believe there are a total of 3 different things we can do now. We can go where the story tells us to go and go to Gurgu Volcano, or you can sequence break the game a bit. But yeah, now that we got the canoe, just like the ship, just walk onto a river and you get into it. So yeah, it's automatic. Nice little shortcut around the lake there. Haha. Alright, let's check our map before we go any further here. So like I said, there are 3 things we can do. One of them we aren't actually supposed to know about yet, but it is possible to do it. The other involves skipping the Gurgu Volcano for now and doing it. Normally I wouldn't bring up the part that we're not supposed to do yet, but it can make traversing the Gurgu Volcano, it can take the edge off. Because of one specific fiend, one specific encounter you can get in there. This one fiend is so quote-unquote broken in this game that they nerfed it for the PlayStation 1 remake because of what it can do and how many of it can show up in one fight. Those that are familiar with the game may take a few moments to think of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like if you look through a list of the fiends, you might be able to remember one. But yeah, and you'll definitely remember once we get there. But so for the sake of the options and the fact that the game does open up to be a bit more open world now, I'm going to show you how to get to each. So obviously, the Gurgu Volcano, we have to get into the canoe for it. In the bottom right of the world there, obviously where we are, Crescent Lake, you can trace those little rivers there. That's all those squiggly lines going through the mountains. That's a river. You can also trace that to eventually come around to that little clearing to the west and a bit north there of Crescent Lake. That's where Gurgu Volcano is, and is where I intend to go next for this LP. However, to give you options, to make them aware, make them known. I think I mentioned before about that little lagoon to the north there of this port here. You know, the alternate way back to Provoca. We now have another use for that little lagoon, so let's head up there. Well, yeah, I suppose I should probably heal up Matt there, because yeah, he took a few punches. Seems like everybody's ganging up on Matt today for some reason, but oh well. He's taking it like a champ. Like the champ he is. Alright. Here's the lagoon, and there's a river right here. And you can actually, the game actually doesn't tell you, but you can actually dock at the mouth of the river. So, yeah. Alright, so here, I'll have well, you can probably see on the map there as well, there's a location directly west of us, you know, a bit north and east of the Gurgu Volcano that I mentioned. You can actually get there from here. Just work your way around to the north and around, and you'll eventually come to it. That place, I would probably say, should be on the bottom of your list as far as these three places to go first. Many people that are familiar with this game know exactly why I'm saying that and what is there. So yeah, take all of our bits of advice, stay away from there for now. Unless you want an obscene challenge and you don't care about experience levels. But anyways. Alright, the third one is a bit of a surprise, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's probably quicker to go south. We want to go check out the northern continent. In this ship, you might be asking? Well, you'll see. That's a nice little desert there. I think we pretty much just want to get as far west as Elfland and then head straight south. Alright, how far did we get? We're almost there. And we can probably start going south now. And even though I mentioned that this isn't really something we know about yet, the game never actually directs us to come here. This is actually a side quest area we're going to. And although it is highly suggested you do this in your playthrough, it isn't required. The game never actually... If you don't do this, the game doesn't stop you at any point from continuing the story. So that's how I consider it to be a side quest. We want to head here. See, there's a castle down there? With the canoe, we now have access to this castle. The one area on the northern continent that we can dock. So yeah. We're not supposed to know about that yet, but this is indeed an option. And the enemies there are... They can be... They can make things interesting for you, obviously. Not nearly as bad as the previous place I showed you, that I heavily warned you away from, and I still do, for now, until we absolutely need to. We go there anyway. But let me say this. The area I warned you against, you do get some pretty good equipment in there, but again, just the monsters that are in there, let's just say it's kind of like an upgraded version of the Marsh Cave. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, it can seem unfair at times, let's put it that way. But yeah, you can get some good equipment out of there, and going this route, however, going up here to that castle, you get some good, decent equipment that can be very useful in the Gurgu volcano, and it can help ease your passing through there. So yeah, personally, I don't plan on going through there yet. I plan to go to the Gurgu volcano, like I said. But if things get too rough for me, I may actually change my mind. So yeah, just to show you where we are. It's pretty much right in the dead center of the map up there. So yeah. Alright, and yeah, okay, so I already stocked up on piers. Yeah, alright. So let's head back to Crescent Lake. And I guess get ready for the journey to Gurgu volcano. Go far enough north. Definitely not. Okay, we should be seeing the desert any moment now. But yeah, what makes this part of the game so interesting as well is that even though the game directly has a direct progression to in the order that you do the fiends in, after the Earth Fiend, you can do them in whichever order you want based on those 3 different areas that you can go. It's more related to the first area I showed you, that I'm warning you away from now. But yeah, you could technically do the last one next, and then just work your way backwards like there, and absolutely obliterate the ones preceding it, story-wise. But yeah, it's really interesting that a game from 1987 had that element of being open world, rather than just a linear story. So yeah, definitely gives the game a much more appeal, especially in this day and age, you know? So yeah, right, so we're back here. Let's head back down to Crescent Lake. But yeah, if you followed along with me and you've got enough gold for it, and you couldn't get the Cure 3 spell, might not be a bad idea to go back and get it now, before you get too far away from the ship there, so yeah. But anyways, let's continue on to Crescent Lake. We no longer have to walk around the entire thing. Huzzah. Alright. There are new enemies that open up to us with the rivers there, but we'll have to get into those next time. I didn't use any items on the way back here, so that's good to know. So yeah, I guess we're all set as far as items go. Magic, I think we're as prepared as we ought to be. And yeah, weapons, we're sitting pretty. Armor, we're sitting as good as we could expect to be. So yeah, I guess that means how close are actually not too far away from level 15, so nice, something to look forward to. But yeah, so next time we'll hop in the canoe, go upriver, and see if we can't locate a Gurgu volcano and what lies within. I was about to say dormant, but what the sages is true, it is no longer dormant. So I guess things could start getting a little hairy, maybe a little hot under the collar. Well, it's a volcano, so whether the fire fiend's awake or not, it's probably going to be hot in there anyway. But yeah, this is Intrepid83 signing off. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like on your way out. It really helps support the series and the channel here, and I humbly thank you for your support in that regard. And if you have not subscribed yet, why not head on over to the channel, see if there's anything there that can potentially earn your subscription. And if you have subscribed, and if you do subscribe, thank you so very much for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. But in any case, and until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you for spending some of your time here today. Take care, be blessed, and have a good one.